Probably wondering why I show the bird houses, the bird feeders and stuff like that in the beginning of this video. That wasn't how my vlog was supposed to start, but it did. I had to do laundry as my work closed, and I didn't feel like going to the laundromat today, and I have rainwater, so I'm like, I'll just use that. So I couldn't find like a bucket, or I was looking for one of those green things that I have for like when you water the plants. So I was looking for that, and then I went over to our shed where we do rainwater catchment, and I thought it was a rat. I just looked at the ears, and we hurried up, got the dogs inside, because now that water is contaminated. I use that water to put out my fires, so the water's contaminated. So we brought the dogs inside. Sean's like, I'm gonna get a shovel and I'll just, you know, put it somewhere. And so we were gonna go film it and stuff, but it wasn't a rat like I thought it was. It was a squirrel. And there used to be, I call them a husband and wife because they're always together. Well, they're usually always together over here. And a couple of days ago, I noticed that it wasn't just them, just the two of them anymore, that it was their babies. And Sean told me that it was one of the babies that was in the water. So I feel like it's my fault because I give them water. I use one of my old bird feeders, and I fill that with water, but I didn't fill it up. And I feel like if I had it filled, he wouldn't have went to go try to get the water from in there. So you have to remember too, for myself and for you, if you have property, it's not only you that's living here. I have beetles, I have mice, I have lizards, a whole bunch of lizards, I have spiders, centipedes, worms. Cody, come here. Come here. I have like a whole bunch of different things living on the property. So I have to put into consideration, you know, them too. Like the beetles took over our little shed, so I let them have that. I don't use it. I'm not tearing it down. So a mouse and a few spiders and a beetle took over it. And, you know, they don't bother me. They don't come near our RV. They don't come near this one. So I just let them be. It's somewhere for them to go into at night. The mouse did destroy a good amount of things that was in there. And we were going to kill him, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, everyone just keeps building. Hope you guys can see me good. The sun is like right there now. The sun, everybody just keeps building, so now it doesn't really have like anywhere to go. So, you know, I might as well just let him stay here. I took everything out. I threw out whatever he destroyed. It's stuff that it can be replaced. With the water jug, it's like one of those, you know, blue barrels, and I didn't have a lid on it, and he fell in. And I feel like it's my fault because I'm the caretaker of the property basically, and I should put their safety into consideration as well as my own. So we're gonna put a net back on it, and we're gonna make it as tight as we can because we still want to collect rainwater from it. It's still a good barrel, and we have to sanitize it and stuff first before we can use it again. But like I said, even if we, you know, after we clean it, it's just still gonna go back to use it for our fire, to put our fire out. But just keep that in mind. I was afraid they weren't gonna come back after what happened, and there he is. There's one of them. I got some whole peanuts for them, so I'm gonna put it over by that one because he really likes that one, and that's what I use to put their water in. And then I have this for the birds. So I'm gonna place a few down for him. I'll probably throw some over there too, because sometimes he gets nervous with the dog, so at least he'll be able to eat something. All right, it's been a couple of days. I still haven't found my Kimball, so unfortunately this is gonna be the view until I find it. I don't know where it is. I'm on a small little piece of property, but I guess I have too much crap, which I'm slowly getting rid of. I still can't find it, so. It's not in here. I'm in a small camper. It's definitely not in here, so I'm gonna have to check the Class C and see if it's in there. So, the squirrels are back. It's sad seeing them without one baby, so it's just the 3 of them instead of the 4 of them. They love the peanuts. They're terrified of the dogs, so as soon as they let the dogs out, Milo goes running over there because he knows something is over there, and he unfortunately scares them, but they come back every time. And I threw a couple of peanuts over the fence for them, and kind of they went under some things, so they'll be able to forage a little bit. So I did a few upgrades. You guys already know the lights that I did, but I also added, I gotta fix the bottom part, but I also added fake hanging plants. I did it on each side. I didn't like that one because I don't know, I just didn't. The TV's blocking it, but you guys get the idea. And then it's, you know, it's pretty cool with the lights changing at night. Let's see. It also has a setting that for Apple Music, but I don't know how to add music onto it. So let me find the app. It goes like with the beat, which is pretty cool. So you're just gonna go onto their app, you're gonna click the strip light. They do a whole bunch of different things. They have like lights and stuff like that. So I named the trailer that it's attached to. Then I go to music, and then I just click play. And then raise my volume up. You guys probably can't hear the music too much. Let's see if the beat drops or something. They have this other one that they had on it. It's in English, but it's, I don't know, it's just weird. It also goes by your voice. So I have it on phone mic right now. So I can play, I might be able to play music like on my phone and just click phone mic. I doubt I could do it like that. Let me see. Let me click Pandora. It's going with it. Alright, so I figured out how I can use my music to go with it. Let's see. Let's go over. I can't skip it. Alright, you guys get the point. Alright, that's sweet. So I was able to do that, put up those. I wasn't too sure about them, but Sean said he really likes them. We did watch TV in here last night, and I was able to sit in between, like I was close to the wall, and Sean sat right here, because you don't get much headroom with two people with this window right here. So that window takes, you know, if it was over maybe a little bit more, you'd have more space to lean your back. But if that is in the way for a renter, I'm just going to lift it. I mean, if they're annoyed with it, they can lift it up, but I'll probably do it anyway. I'm just going to lift it up, have it drape along here. I'll keep that one the way it is. But it is battery operated. They can put the lights on if they want to. These automatically turn on once I plug the RV in. So I'm going to make sure that I don't have it going with anything. It was going with my voice. That's why it was like flickering a lot. But I'll have the remote for them. But I'll probably have it that it just stays on one thing for them. That way they don't have to mess with it, because if they break that, then I gotta order a new one, and it becomes a whole big to-do. And you know, the less things that they break in here, sorry about my finger, the better it is for me, because you know, there's a security deposit and stuff like that, and I don't want to take anybody's deposit away for something like that. Also, another thing, I want to make sure my fridge is good to go for when I get on the road for my little camping trip. So I got these. So they're a little wet because when Amazon delivered them, it was pouring. He wrapped it up in a plastic bag, but the plastic bag was too small for the two packages that we got. So these are for my fridge, so it'll stop opening when I have stuff in there. So they gave me an extra one, I just realized. So it's a 2-pack but they give you 2 boxes. So I had 4 of them for $10. I don't know what I'm gonna, I guess it's good to have in case, you know, it breaks. All right, so I'm gonna place you over here. I'm sorry with my finger. I really gotta find out where my thing is. Oh, and I officially hit 100 subscribers. That's awesome. All right, so this part is gonna sit like on the side of it. This part comes like to the door that comes out. So it's gonna, so it says lock and unlock, right? I think that's how it's gonna be. And then you press these 2 buttons and it releases this. All right. I mean, I can't show you while I install it because it's an awkward place where it's at. Plus I don't have my Kimball. So I'm gonna clean the area, it says, and dry it. Then peel off the adhesive cover. Apply the base as high as possible on the fridge door. Then you're going to apply the lock. So actually the lock part goes onto the actual fridge. This part goes onto the door. So let me do all that. It says to let it cure for 24 hours and try not to touch it, which is fine because I'm not going to really be using anything in here. All right, and I have a couple of days till my trip. So let me get this on. I'll show you guys after. All right, well, that sucks. I can't use these. And the reason why I can't is because this piece has to be on the door. So I already put it on the door. I don't want to put it again and then rip something up. But this part is supposed to face like right here. It attaches to right here. You know, they want you to put it the highest you can on it. So I basically went like right there. And then I didn't like, I lightly put it on because it's open. This is my issue, is that it rips it right off. The fridge is pretty much centered in there, so I can't really do much with that. I tried maybe doing it reverse. I'm really sorry with my hand. It's gonna take some, until I find that, this is how it's gonna be. So I tried doing this side on the door, but my door isn't wide enough to be able to do this. So I'm gonna have to send these back, unfortunately, and try to see if I can find something else. Or realistically, I'm gonna have to, whatever big stuff I have, I'm gonna have to keep it out and then just put it in when I get there. Or, which I'm really just contemplating on doing, that way I don't even have to worry about it coming in time or getting the right thing. I could always, I don't really have anything. I was gonna say maybe I could bungee, but honestly I think I might just put a couple of things of painter's tape and maybe try that and see if that works, because I don't think I have many options for this fridge for locking it. And that's probably why they didn't come with one, because yeah. I do follow a 17B page, so maybe I'll see if they have something that I can do. But luckily with Amazon, their process of returning is easy, but it just sucks. These bags are so, boxes are so wet from the rain. That's literally falling apart. All right, so I'm going to put a return slip in there for that. And I guess I'll see if I can find something else, or like I said, I might just not alien tape. I might just blue tape it. Since I don't have USB chargers in here, which that's going to be my next thing. I think I'm going to take this one out, and I think I'm going to have it that it has this, but in the middle it has like the USB ports. I think that's really going to come in handy. That way I don't have to put this in here. This is a power station. A company gave this to us, and I could charge my phone, I could charge anything, and on the other side it has regular house plugs, which I don't need that, but this is good for like if you're off grid and you don't have solar on your roof. So my battery only powers the fridge. So if you want to watch TV, which last night I wasn't connected to the generator, it was pretty nice out. We had it charging up for our solar batteries since it was pretty cloudy yesterday. We didn't get to charge them up, so we had the generator going. So we had this plugged, I had this plugged in when I didn't have the generator on. So if you're looking to be like off grid and or winter camping, you don't want to be plugged in to do anything, highly recommend one of these. You could power it by your car or solar. And I want to show you guys this. I just cleaned this and it's already dirty. Alright, put this up here since I just cleaned the seats. I just wiped down my seats. That way I'm good to go once. Why this is like that. I want to clean everything. That way I know that I'm good to go on the road. I like, you know, a clean house. Alright, anyway. So I was cleaning this and I'm like, what's all this white stuff that keeps coming off of the when I use the paper towel? Let you guys look first, see if you can figure out what it was. Alright, give up. The writing on this is completely gone. I had writing right here that would tell me like what the brand is, and then it would tell me like hot, and then give you the dial to let you know like how much to raise it on to high. Completely came off. So I mean, it's, you know, we got the slick look, which is kind of nice, but damn, I only used this, I think, legit once to make tea. It's crazy, because I'm just worried about the person that rents it. I mean, you can't, it stops right here, but you know, some people, you know, make you scratch your head a little bit. So I just hope that they know how to use this without the writing. Table's nice and clean. Since I've been here, I haven't opened this window or even the shade. Wow, it's my view. Change in a couple of days, will be something different. I also want to do a PSA for, I saw it on one of the pages that I'm in. So there's a little handle right there for you to open the window. I don't want to let all the cool air out that finally is in here. You have to open it very slow and careful, because someone just tried to open up theirs and the whole thing broke off. So just keep in mind that things in here aren't made as strong as like a house. So all this stuff that I have up here, like my cutting board, the vase, this stuff, that, and the little stuff that I have over here, all of this stuff is going to be either put on the bed or under the bed. Whatever you have that can move, it's going to move. So keep that in mind. When you're ready to travel, make sure you take everything down, because this would be a complete nightmare if I didn't put this stuff down and I came back in here. Everything would be broke. The glass would be everywhere. Also, when I officially leave and get back on the road, I'm probably going to take that out. This is probably going to be the last season for this thing, because it's not... I mean, during the light, it doesn't look too bad. I'll probably put this back in the Class C. See how long these flowers last. It doesn't do good with humidity, and there's no airflow coming in here, because they always leave the bathroom door closed. Because, I don't know if you could... Sometimes, it's not like right now because I'm level, but sometimes when you're not level, this will go here and it'll keep slamming while you're walking. So I keep it closed to prevent that, but doing that also messes up with that. So I'm gonna have to take that out when I officially leave. This I don't know, because I threw out the box that it came in. I don't have room for it in my Class C. And this is holding up a lot better than those. So I think this is just going to stay in here. And then everything else is pretty much going to stay in here too. But I need, like, food-wise, this is going to be completely off. So I have it on right now set at 6, because I forgot last night I put ice cream sandwiches and they're not frozen. So I'm trying to get it back up to where it has to be, which I'm probably gonna have to put on to 7. I just keep drinks in here for now, but once, like I said, once I leave, this is gonna be completely off. I'm gonna disconnect my battery, that way it doesn't try to draw any power. And yeah, I'm excited to get back on the road, but I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna miss my little tiny home. And I also want to mention too is don't get too excited when you lift your RV up, depending where you are. We're not in a very touristy area, but I did post up in touristy areas that aren't too far from where we're at. Because you don't want to go too far that now you're losing money by driving. I mean, you could charge them, but depending what you're charging, they're going to be like, I'm just going to look for someone closer at that point. So we had a few people hit us up. One person booked, he didn't pay, but he requested the days, and then something happened with his ATV, so he couldn't do it. That was like when we first bought this, and I was still like scrambling to get things together to make sure they had everything they needed. And then a few other people hit us up, and then when I give them the links of what we're on, nobody wants to pay the taxes and the fees and the add-ons, which I understand, but at the end of the day, you want to be fully covered, especially if this is a brand new unit. I don't want somebody ruining it, and then now it becomes a whole big to-do with me trying to get their deposit by doing it not professionally, like not on a website, if you know what I mean. So just keep that in mind. There are people that will create their own websites and contact a lawyer that does rentals, and they have a big rental website that they can click on. They have a whole bunch of different rigs that you could rent from. So if you're looking to, start your own business, you could do that. I would love, after I pay this off, I am gonna look for an RV that's not expensive, but it's not cheap either. Like, the issue is you don't want to go too cheap, because then there's going to be issues with it. So if you're looking at a $3,000 camper, back then a $3,000 camper was in pretty good shape. Now $3,000, it has water damage, ceiling caving in, it stinks. So realistically, if you want a good rig, I would say your price range is probably going to be at least 6 to 8. We looked at one RV before this one, and it was in the $5,000 range, and it was cute, and it was small, it was about this size, and we went to it, and as soon as I went towards the bedroom area, it was like right in the corner, but the bedroom was in the back, like right over here. And once I walked in, I saw there was like a black line right on the side of where the bed was, and as soon as I touched it, the whole wall was soft. And I'm like, no. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna pay $5,000 for an RV that has water damage. Plus, especially if you're renting it out, you don't want to get anybody sick. So you're gonna have to look up there in that $5,000 to $10,000 range in order to get something decent now. So what I was saying is that once I pay this off, I'm gonna get another camper. I don't really care if stuff's like scratched up inside, as long as there's no water damage and people could sleep okay and there's enough room. I would like to rent that out monthly, because I'm getting nothing but hit-ups and asking if I would rent this monthly. So keep that in mind if you're interested in doing something like this. Get an RV that's not brand new, and you can rent that out monthly. I'm too nervous about letting this rent out monthly, to be honest. And I'm not gonna be here, because some want long term. I'm not gonna be here long term to be able to collect payment either. So that kind of affects us as well. Before I end this video, I also want to mention too, since this is my she shed and I have a good amount of my stuff in here, I also have one of these. I have it inside my plastic right now because I'm taking some mugs out of there and putting it in here. But I'm gonna put one of those underneath the bed, and I'm gonna knot it up, and it's gonna be my stuff. But when I'm not renting it, it'll be the renter stuff in there. So the only thing that I really have for them is cooking utensils, because I really like these, and I'm nervous about them messing it up. So I got these. I mean, whatever they mess up, you can request their deposit and whatever amount of money you have to spend. But if I don't have to do that, I'd rather just avoid that whole thing. So I have plastic for them. Everything else is pretty much going to stay in here. Certain things I might take down, like this two-tier. The only reason why I don't mind this, because I'm organizing, putting stuff away, and then going to be putting stuff into the Class C or throwing out. I think this I might take down because it takes up a little bit of counter space, and if you have your family, your kids sitting here, you're not going to be able to use that to cook on. So I think I'll take that down for them. But for me, it's fine, because I don't have kids, and if Sean's sitting here, I could just sit right on the other side and do whatever I need to do. But I'm going to end this vlog here. I feel like it's gotten pretty long. I appreciate my new subscribers, my old subscribers. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying my videos. My next video, I think, is not going to be for a couple of days, so just please bear with me. I don't want to just keep pumping out videos and it's not really me doing anything. So my next video is going to be me officially going on my camping trip. So I'll film me loading whatever in, which I don't think it's going to be much, just my pillows and my clothes. I might go food shopping prior. I am going to bring my Blackstone. I'm going to cook outside, of course, so I'm excited for that. And, of course, I'll bring you guys along. So, like I said, please just give me some time. All right, I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye, guys.